500 kilometers north in Virginia, the concrete foundation of Tim's distillery has set. Now he needs to remove the wooden forms in order to raise the walls.
Got to get all these screws out, get this wood off so we can see what we got here. As we're going along with this legal distillery, I'm learning every day it's a lot more difficult and a lot more details that has to be looked at.
But his right-hand man, Tickle, has gone rogue, leaving Tim high and dry.
I'm out here sweating, trying to get this thing going. I got JT helping me out, which is good, but Tickle should be out here helping me. We started this thing together. So the question is, where's Tickle at now?
I want to go legal with Tim, but right now there's just not enough money.
A week ago, Tim and Tickle got into a nasty row.
I'm thinking about getting somebody else to help.
You know what? I'm thinking about getting somebody else to help me do this, too.
And you're gonna get somebody else to help you get in jail.
Tickle stormed off. Now, each is operating on his own.
Well, what happened to Tim?
Tim don't want to do anything illegal. Tim don't really want to come out in the woods and make a run, so I had to branch off and do it on my own.
We got buyers lined up. We got potential to make some money.
This buyer's been lined up for a long time. Called my buddy Howard. I'm getting him to help me make a few runs of liquor so we can get some money coming in.
Tickle gave me a call, said he needs some help making some moonshine. I figured I can come on out here, learn the ins and outs of moonshining. As far as I know about it is just drinking it. I ain't never made none. I drank plenty in my time, but hoping to make some money, that's the main deal. You gonna line my pockets?
Yeah.
That's what matters.
There's supposed to be a creek right around here.
You see the way it ran, but it ain't here now.
My bet is it's down that way. I've always had Tim there to show me what I was doing wrong. Now I don't have him. If you do something wrong in this game, there's a whole lot of things that could happen. You could blow the still up, you could get busted. So it kind of scares me a little bit, but it's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. This creek is dry. You can see where this creek used to be 10, 15 foot deep. Well, let's go check something else out.
All right, brother.
Tickle and his new partner in crime, Howard, are on the hunt for the perfect still site. Now, Tickle is the boss man.
Hope you're ready to do a little bit of hard work.
I am.
A good steel hand is gonna have to be able to do a number of things. You gotta move these stills around. I also need somebody that can be there when I call them. You can be the best steel hand in the world, but if I need you and you can't be there, you're not worth anything to me. Also, he's got to be able to keep things quiet. I like the looks of this place. It looks pretty secluded, like nobody's been around for a while.
Tickle has found a good, secluded spot, but it's missing one crucial element, a natural water source.
The perfect setup is find a creek and be able to set up downhill from it, let gravity do the work, and there's no noise from a pump. But a spot like that's not easy to find.
Tickle, whatever you say, I'm going with. All I'm worried about is filling my pockets with a little cash.
In moonshine history, there's one man that stands out as the Robin Hood of moonshiners. His name was Lewis Richard Redmond. In 1876, when he was just 21 years old, Redmond shot and killed a U.S. deputy marshal who tried to arrest him for illegal distilling. He immediately became an outlaw, and people started calling him King of the Moonshiners. While on the run, he forged on selling moonshine and giving the proceeds away to the poor. He spent the next 5 years crisscrossing the South and moonshining as he ran from the law. But ultimately, he paid the price. A former accomplice tipped off the authorities, and he was arrested outside a farmhouse. He died 7 years later in prison.
That looks like 3 1,500-gallon pots.
My God. Can we use those?
I don't think we can use them. I mean, the metal's so old now, it's awful tempting because somebody already found a good spot. But being as it's an old steel site, that can draw attention to it itself because who knows through the years who's come by and found it. So you could have people on four-wheelers, people hunting, people hiking, and once the talk starts, it's gonna get to the wrong one, and the wrong one's gonna come find your steel, and that's the one that's gonna try to bust you.
Back in Virginia, after stumbling upon an abandoned still site, Tickle and Howard decide to push deeper into the woods. Tickle leads the charge.
I gotta find me a site and find it fast, because I'm not making money until there's liquor coming out the worm, and I'm putting it in a jug. See how it's getting green and it comes down and you make a dip right here. If we follow this, I bet we'll run up on some water right soon. This is looking good.
Tickle has finally found a water source that may support his still.
You know, we got a great creek right there.
I see. We got a good stream right there.
If we dam up right here, this will be great.
Whatever we got to do, I'm on board, brother.
You ain't never steered me wrong. I look at this stream, I don't see water flowing through this stream. I see money flowing through this stream.
My man.
You're gonna make this shit happen.
You gonna make me a rich man.
Moonshiner Tim is ready to move his stash of prized illegal moonshine from his underground storage cellar to a nearby tobacco field. Tim has been living a double life. By day, he's the town's fire chief, constructing a legal distillery. But in the shadows of the night, he's been devising the perfect plan to hide his huge cache of illegal moonshine. The plan must go smoothly, or he risks losing everything.
I'm working by myself. I really don't like doing it. You should have somebody on the outside looking for you. I don't have it right now, so I just got to do it all myself.
Tim is hiding the moonshine under bales of hay, which will keep his shine out of sight while he transports it to his new hiding place.
This is everything I got. I've got to move this stuff, and if I get caught with it, I'm finished.
Somebody that just comes from that residence, they may have 2 or 3 people help them sell the moonshine. If I'm looking for a still itself, I'll be a daytime search. And if I'm looking for when they're going to be transporting product, then I'll do some nighttime surveillance. Once we get locked in on somebody, we'll try to do a traffic stop on them and see if we can find finished product in their vehicle.
Tim wastes no time unloading his jugs of shine into the tobacco field.
If law comes after you, they want to find you making, they want to find you selling it. If you got 1 jar or 1 case, it's bad. But if you get caught with a truckload, it's real bad. And if they catch you making a truckload, selling a truckload, they're really going to get you.
Most of the time, we don't have confidential informants or nothing like that. Usually what will happen is that a regular citizen will see something, they'll report that to us, then we'll start running down the leads on it. If we get enough information, we can do an affidavit for a search warrant. You know, if you see lights out in the woods, then there's usually something going on there.
North Carolina has a state agency dedicated to catching operations like this, no matter how small or large it is. And they've been successful at busting operations locally. I don't want to get busted.